the flow interruption itself. It's just a mark that lasts for 18 seconds. It doesn't have any damage itself. So if we want to deal damage with flow interruption, we need to apply this mark to the monster first. There are 4 methods to apply flow interruption to the monster. They are respectively: charged shot, activating E and then performing a normal attack or a heavy attack to generate a critical hit, long-range ultimate skill, and the effect of flow interruption break. Regardless of which method you use to apply the mark to the monster, the mark itself doesn't have any difference when we use different attack methods to hit the mark. They are called flow flash, flow break, flow slash, and flow burst. Now let's talk about their common points. All flow interruption damage is circular area damage with different radii. Flow flash is the result of a charged arrow attack hitting an enemy with the mark, resulting in 3 hits within a radius of 2 meters. Flow break is enemies marked with a seal will take damage upon death, deals damage in a circular area with a radius of 3 meters. Now, let's focus on the key points. Flowing flash and flowing break. They are both considered as normal attack damage. It scales with your normal attack talent. It also benefits from normal attack damage bonuses. Next is flowing blade. It is our most commonly used flowing damage. It is activated by the E skill of the character. It deals damage to nearby enemies upon melee hit. Water damage in a circular area with a radius of 3 meters. That is also worth highlighting. Flowing blade is an elemental skill damage. It scales with your elemental skill talent. It also benefits from various elemental skills. Damage bonus effect. For example, Frost Flake Arrow and Raging String. They have an increase in elemental skill damage. Flowing blade can benefit from them. Lastly, there's flowing explosion. Activate the ultimate skill. The character activates the ultimate skill in melee state. When hitting a mark, it will consume the mark. And after a brief interval of about 1 second, it triggers a hydro explosion. This hydro explosion has a radius of 4 meters, causing damage within a circular range of 4 meters. Vaporize is also considered as elemental burst damage. It also benefits from the level and multiplier of the elemental burst. It also benefits from elemental burst damage bonus. For example, it benefits from the Noblesse Oblige set. In simple terms, regardless of the method used to apply a mark to the enemy, the resulting vaporize effect depends on how you trigger it. The effect of this mark. If you have understood what was mentioned above, then you have completely understood the basics of vaporize. Now, I am going to tell everyone where this mechanism is truly powerful. Here, I will directly show you a practical example. Oh, pay attention at this moment. This frame is the moment when Lord A approaches the monster. This time, I hit 3 monsters with normal attacks. So there are 3 instances of damage. 2 instances did not crit, 1 instance crit. You can also see this Duan Lu mark. There are 3 Duan Lu marks. This normal attack triggered 3 Duan Lu effects. These 3 Duan Lu effects are all Duan Lu Zan, because they came from normal attacks. Now let's continue and slow it down to 0.1x speed. Okay, pay attention at this moment. The damage number 2203 in this frame, and 6626 are the damage from the normal attack just now. We need to subtract these 2 damages. The remaining 9152 is all damage from Duan Lu. So why, in this instant, can we see 9 numbers of 9152 on the screen? First of all, let's mark the 5 dog brothers involved in this damage, with A, B, C. Mark them as D and E. B and E are more important, because the normal attack just hit these 3 monsters with B and C. So these 3 monsters all triggered Duan Lu Zan at the same time. So let's start with A. Duan Lu Zan triggered by A, caused self-inflicted damage once, gave to 5 and C, gave to 5E, because they are all within a radius of 3 meters, also caused damage once. So his power outage caused a total of 3 instances of damage, hit B, C. Next is B. B also triggered the power outage slash, so it also caused damage to itself. It also hit E and at the same time, because they are also within this 3 meter radius, so it also caused 3 instances of damage. Finally, it's our brother. C also triggered the power outage slash, so it caused damage to itself once. At the same time, it hit ND, so it also caused power outage slash damage to ND. After understanding the sources of these 9 instances of damage, we need to focus on talking about brother A. Brother A was hit 3 times in this instant. The second hit was from Six's power outage, because their range both hit A. We can extrapolate from this, because I only encountered 3 monsters. If at this time I encountered 5 monsters, then the radius of these 5 monsters can all reach A. Then it will receive 5 hits of damage in that instant. If it's 6 monsters, then it's 6 hits. If it's 100 monsters, then it's 100 hits. Of course, 100 monsters is not very realistic. However,